Oh my goodness, I should not be left unsupervised with this. I am drowning in bread. Remember when we made square-shaped bread? Here's something fun to do with that. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another recipe video, and today we are going to be making Shibuya honey toast. Although technically it's Kinder Bueno honey toast, because there's going to be more chocolate and hazelnut cream and Kinder Bueno than there is honey, but honey's still going to feature, so technically it is a honey toast. As you probably guessed by the name, it originated in Shibuya, Japan. It was all the rage around 2015-2016, and it seems to be making a little bit of a comeback now. It's also simply known as honey toast or brick toast, and it is made with shokupan, also known as milk bread or tangjong bread. Remember, I ended up making several loaves of these last week because I wanted to get the shape just right and the quantities and the rising time just right. As a result, I am drowning in bread, and after endless sandwiches and toasts, which are very tasty in their own right, I decided to do something a little bit different with the end bit of this second loaf. Out of 3, so I still have a third loaf to get through. It's fine, they freeze well, so it'll keep for a while. This is about a third of a loaf, and it's the perfect size to make one of these honey toasts, and yes, I'm going to use this entire thing. So without further ado, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. We're going to start by preheating our oven to 180 degrees C. Now here I have 80 grams of unsalted butter, which I've softened at room temperature, and I'm also going to add 30 grams of caster sugar and 30 grams of light brown sugar or light muscovado sugar. I'm also going to add just a little pinch of salt, just to bring those flavours out. Give it a little stirry stir. Excellent, let's set this aside for a second. Now we're going to deal with our bread. So what we essentially need to do is hollow this bad boy out, but also leave the bottom, so we basically have a bread container, a bread bowl if you will. So I've got a small sharp serrated knife to help me out. And actually I can still see the spiral from when we rolled up the dough, so I'm going to use that as a rough guide to cut out a cube from the centre. And you can see I'm not actually going all the way through, I'm sort of, actually, because this knife is a little bit short, I'm stopping at the serration there when I go in, not going all the way through, and I'm going to cut out a cube. Let me tilt it so you can see it a bit more easily. Just like this, straight down, leaving a little bit of edge to it. Get a slightly blunter spatula, find that opening, and start pulling the bread like this. Because we want this whole block to come out, but we can't obviously cut the bottom. And eventually, you can sort of reach right in and grab her out, just like this. And if there are any fluffy bits, you can just take them out. Get the crumbs out. Oh, that's already looking really satisfying. Right, let's grab our sugary butter back. And we are basically going to coat all of our bread, tops, sides, all around. We're not quite done yet. I'm just going to change the angle a little bit, because what we're going to do in a minute is pop everything on here and we're going to bake it. But first, we are going to slice this one up. I've got a bread knife here and we're basically going to make some cubes. And yes, this gets very messy. And now we're going to pop this in the oven for 10 minutes until it's golden brown. It was 10 minutes up and wow, look at that. That is very caramelised. It's also very hot, so let's wait about 5 minutes so we can handle it so it's not piping hot. Also, we don't want it so hot that it will instantly melt the ice cream. Also, look at how caramelised the sides have gotten. Absolutely delicious. Not every single inch ended up being caramelised. I might go over that with a cook's blowtorch just to caramelise every single inch, but other than that, great job. These were really lovely and toasted as well. Lovely. I was worried that I'd have to take the small cubes out before the big one was done because, you know, smaller things take much less time to bake, but actually it wasn't too bad. But do keep an eye on it after 5 minutes. If you find that the smaller ones are cooking a bit faster, get some kitchen tongs, do not use your hands, and lift those out, rescue those, and keep going with the big bread block, rather, that's a tongue twister, until it is all golden and shiny. I couldn't resist a little taste test, listen. That was absolutely fabulous. Now I'm also preparing my ingredients to fill my Shibuya toast, and as you can see I've got quite the selection here. This is the best stuff ever. This is hazelnut creme. You can get it from Amazon. I actually found mine in Marks and Spencer's. It's basically like Kinder Bueno filling. It is so good, really sweet, really smooth. And I'm also melting over a bain-marie some milk chocolate. I'm also going to do this to my hazelnut creme as well because it's quite thick at the moment, so a little bit of time on my little water bath. There's a bit of water in there, it's not touching the pan. Can I show you? Yeah, it's not that hot. There we go. So I'm going to do that both to the chocolate and to the creme, the hazelnut creme, so they're nice and loose so we can drizzle them over. And now for the fun part, we're going to build our toast. Now you can't have honey toast without honey, of course, so we're drizzling a little bit over now, but because we're going to add chocolate and other sweet things, not too much. And then all you have to do is fill her up. Again, you don't have to choose the exact same fillings that I chose, but do remember to put some of those lovely crunchy cubes that you've just made inside the bread, as well as all of your fruits and chocolate and lovely goodness. And I added a scoop of vanilla ice cream for good measure. Again, you can use any flavour you like. The last step of all, and my personal favourite, is to drizzle on plenty of that melted hazelnut cream, followed by your melted chocolate. Absolutely divine, and go nuts, this is your party, you decide how much you want. In my mind, the more the better. This dessert is not about restraint, so have fun with it. Oh my, I think I'm in love. Look at this absolute beast of a dessert. Since I've already given you the slow-mo, let's go straight into cutting because I want you to hear how crunchy this is. Oh, lovely. Let's cut a little window, shall we? Nice, and you can see all that goodness inside. Now, as you've probably guessed, this is very much a sharing dessert. Look at the size of it. Got plenty of drizzle on the back. Oh my goodness, I should not be left unsupervised with this. I should share this with Mr. Tash Cakes, but he's currently out, so it is just me and the toast, which is a very dangerous situation. Oh, this is absolutely bananas. Around the time Shibuya toast and brick toast went viral, I actually went travelling to Singapore, and it was hugely popular there too, but I was travelling alone, and all the cafes were just doing these huge ones, and as much as I wanted to try them, I thought there's no way I can tackle a whole one by myself. I mean, I love food and I have a food blog, but I'm not into waste. So I sadly let it go, but now I'm so happy I finally get to make one. And one to my specific specifications as well, as you can too. I mean, I've added Kinder Bueno, a white one, and I've added chocolate syrup. You can add fruit syrups, you can add maple syrup, you can change the fruits up. You can have cream instead of ice cream, custard. Listen, it's your toast party and you can party however you like. Goodness, this is fully loaded. Where do I start? Tell you what, I'm going to start by grabbing a fork. That's a sensible idea. How am I going to do this without dropping the entire thing? Tell you what, I'm going to get a cube of toast. Do not drop the toast. I'm going to spear a banana. Whoa! I'm literally shaking. I think that's as good as we're going to get on one forkful from now anyway, so cheers. The way that brown sugar and butter is caramelised and that tiny hint of salt is amazing as well. It's almost like salted caramel when we added that little bit of salt to our butter mixture. Very buttery as well. And the inside is super fluffy as well thanks to that Tangjong milk bread we made the other day. And my goodness, that Kinder Bueno-ish combo of the hazelnut cream and the chocolate is superb. And we've got the real Kinder Bueno there too. I do hope you give this a try. This is completely crazy. If you don't have time to make your own shokupan, then by all means go buy some pre-made shokupan, some milk bread. Brioche also works very well with this too, or you can just use like normal sandwich bread, although enriched bread is better because you're going ham here, so you might as well go big on the bread too. My arm's getting really tired, this is heavy. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.taste, and find me on TikTok too. I'm also tashcakes and also viewed in slow motion. For some reason, you can find me using both. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you like it to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you guys next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. Bloody hell, this is heavy.